This is Jake at Trans Youth Channel, and today we're going to talk about the coming new year. It's when we only have a couple more weeks of 2014, and this is really a time often when people, right, you think about where you've been, what the year has been like for you, and what do you want to make different, and what do you want the next year to look like. So let's think about that. It's a good time to really, think about what you want to change. What do you want to change about how you are in the world and what you're doing with your life and how you present yourself, who you hang out with, what you're doing. I know for myself, this year has been a year of amazing change. Not only transitioning, because I began my transition this past summer, but I moved from the East Coast to the West Coast. And I'm really adjusting to that at this point. I'm still adjusting. It's really different. I'm in a new relationship, and my partner has teenagers. So that's completely new for me and a huge learning curve. And the other thing, of course, is the transition. The transition is huge. I started HRT. I came out to everybody, and I'm still in that process, basically. And just kind of gradually adjusting to the changes. My voice has gotten deeper. I'm starting to get a lot of hair. I'm starting to kind of look different. So when I think about, all of the changes that have been happening for me this year, and I think about where I want to be next year, this time next year, I think I want to be much more solidly kind of centered in my sense of who I am as a man, as a trans man. I know that my presentation, I will have been on T for, like a year and a half. So I know I will continue to change and look differently than I do now. And so as I'm changing, people relate to me differently. But I want to be more centered in that experience. It's a process. The wish is to be more centered in every aspect of my life, probably. Because I think this shift, finally saying to myself that I was going to transition, it kind of shakes you at the roots. I mean, it's something that I've wanted to do forever. And I'm finally doing it. And being, when you do something that you wanted to do for most of your life and you finally do it, it's a wonderful thing, and it brings up other feelings, like the letting go of the person that was struggling to be okay with being in a female body. I have to gradually let that go because I'm shifting out of that. So there's a lot of shifting, and all that shifting kind of makes you a little unsettled. You're constantly having to find your ground, find your feet, get your sea legs, where you can be in the boat, in the movement, and be centered, as you're going through the movement. So that's what I'm hoping for myself. And as far as like any kind of New Year's resolution or something like that, I've once again started to, have a meditation practice. And so that probably would be my New Year's resolution. I really, really want to maintain a meditation practice and try and do it. I would like to try and do it every day. And because meditating for me is something that helps me to be grounded. You know, it's a time when I can, release all the stuff in my head and just be still and be in the silence. Um, and that's something that I need. I think that's something that I desperately need, is to kind of just be still, just be in the moment, and be with myself in that stillness. Um, it helps me to feel sane. It really, really helps me to feel grounded, and I really need to feel grounded more than ever in this transition process, because I feel that I'm I'm constantly changing. So it's important for me to feel grounded. Um, so I think that's it. And think about what you want for yourself in this new year, and where you've been in this year, and what you want. Um, be who you want to be. You know, self actualize. It's a beautiful feeling. So I want to wish you a happy new year, and I'll see you in 2015. Okay, bye.
And I'm optimistic about the new year. My hope is that I'll be able to nail down what exactly is going on and get treatment